In this video, I'll be taking you through the process of moving a Cardano native asset, in this case, COPI, over the Milkomeda bridge over to the Blueshift decentralized exchange. And from there, we can provide liquidity, earn some of the Blues tokens, which is the native currency on the DEX, and do a little bit of yield farming. Okay, let's go through it. Now, there are some prerequisites in regards to going through this process, and first being, of course, you having a Cardano native wallet installed with some assets on there, namely ADA and COPI tokens. The other is that you have a MetaMask wallet set up. The Blueshift decentralized exchange is built on the Milkomeda sidechain, and this is an EVM-based sidechain or Ethereum virtual machine chain, and it requires the usage of MetaMask to be able to interact with the smart contracts there. Now, the setup process is very easy if you don't have a MetaMask wallet set up. You simply need to go and install the MetaMask wallet, set up your seed phrase, and then go to the website, and the website will actually configure your wallet for you to work on the Milkomeda sidechain. Now, once you have your wallets set up and some assets in your Cardano native wallet, we can go through the process of starting to bridge the assets over from the Cardano Mainnet over to Milkomeda and start participating in the DeFi ecosystem on Blueshift. And that is exactly where I'm going to start you off here. So let me just switch my screen. And this is the Blueshift decentralized exchange website. You can get to it at blueshift.fi. If you click on the invest button here, it will take you over to the actual DEX itself. Now, you can perform swaps on here, look at the various portfolios, or in most cases, if you're not familiar with a portfolio-based DEX, this is all the liquidity pools on the decentralized exchange. And the one that we're interested in here is the Cardano Index. And this index here is a collection of tokens, namely the Blues tokens, which is the base ecosystem token, Vi Finance or the ViFi token, Endmaker, and COPI. And we'll be going through and adding in some liquidity to this particular pool with the COPI token. So the very first thing you want to do before being able to participate is bridge your assets over. From the top navigation menu, click on Bridge, and this will take you to the bridging interface. So this is using Milkomeda's native bridge on their ecosystem to bring over assets from the Cardano blockchain over to Milkomeda. So first you need to connect your Cardano wallet, and I will connect my NAMI wallet in this case. Now, if you've never connected your wallet before, it will ask you to authorize your wallet to connect to the website. And this is the same process with your MetaMask wallet. You click on connect, choose MetaMask. The website will refresh in this case, and then you need to authorize also the MetaMask wallet to access the Blueshift decentralized exchange. Okay, so now I have both of my wallets connected. Now, from the drop down here, I can choose the different asset that I may want to move over. In this case, I have some ADA and I have COPI tokens ready to migrate over. So I'm going to select on COPI, and here I can see the from chain is from Cardano and the to chain is to Milkomeda. So now I can choose the amount of COPI tokens I want to move over. In this case, I'll go max. The bridge will do a little bit of calculations, and I can see the resulting COPI tokens that I'll get back. There is a small fee in regards to interacting with the smart contract bridge, and this case is 0.28 ADA. It will take roughly 5 to 15 minutes for it to migrate over. And there is a small fee of ADA, of Milkomeda ADA on the arrival side. So I'll need to pay an extra 1.35 Milk ADA to be able to accept it on the Milkomeda sidechain. So I have all that ready to go. So I'm going to click on bridge. Everything looks good, and I'll execute the bridge process. Now here I have a transaction in my NAMI wallet, so I just need to sign this transaction, put in my sending password, and confirm. And there I can see the process now of migrating my COPI tokens via the bridge has started. So this is step 1, it will move to step 2 and 3 very, very soon. And there we go, it's moving to step 2 now. So I can also see here my balance of COPI tokens has reduced on the Cardano side of things. So now it's being bridged over, and I will see it on the Milkomeda side very, very soon. Okay, great. It looks like step 3 has now complete, and I'm able to, yes, I can see my COPI tokens have actually increased here on my MetaMask wallet on the Milkomeda side of things. Okay, so let's close these notifications now. And the next thing I can do is start providing liquidity in the portfolio on the decentralized exchange. Now, the benefit of providing liquidity is that you earn some of the rewards through providing liquidity. In this case, it's the fees that go through the platform, as well as the Blues tokens that are available for yield farming. So here I'll expand out the Cardano Index portfolio, and I can see the various tokens that are making up this portfolio: the Blues tokens, the Wi-Fi tokens, NMaker, and COPI itself. Now, there's a couple of things that you need to be aware of when providing liquidity or withdrawing liquidity on the portfolio. Now, there are a certain target and certain share of the liquidity pool at the moment that you need to take into account. So here you can see the Blues tokens, its current share of the entire portfolio is at 28.8%. Now, the target of this is supposed to be 25%. So now if I am adding in more liquidity of the Blues token right now, it will be offsetting that target share and not in a positive way. So there is a price impact when you provide extra liquidity and the target is not in the correct position. So here the share is 28%. If I provide liquidity now, that share will increase and then the target will be off. But in the case of the COPI share, we can see here that it is currently at 21.73% and the target rate is 25%. So this gives me the opportunity to add in more liquidity without any price impact. So I'm going to do exactly that. I'm going to click on Add Liquidity. So here I am on the Add Liquidity screen, and it does seem a little bit confusing at first because everything is priced in USD. So here you can see you can change the currency balance to Blues or USD. And what I want to do now is use this max button here. And this will apply the total amount of liquidity that I can provide into this particular portfolio index. And here you can see it's screaming some errors here. Now, this is because it's taking into account my Blues balance as well. So here I've got COPI tokens and Blues tokens, and in total, this amount here makes up my balance in USD, which is 3.65 US dollars. So it's not much that I'm providing liquidity in and playing around with this particular demonstration. It does give you a couple of warnings here. So in that a little bit earlier, I did mention that the Blues portfolio pool had a lot more tokens in it and its share was higher than its target share. So in the case of providing Blues tokens, I will have a price impact in there. So what I'm going to do is untick that. I don't want to provide any Blues tokens. I only want to provide COPI tokens. So untick that one here, and it comes up with a little bit of an error. And this error comes down to the amount of USD that I'm trying to provide in. So in this case, I only want to provide the COPI tokens, and the interface tells me the exact amount that I should be entering in here to provide just the COPI tokens. So I'm going to type in the 0.98. And that is as close as it will get for me in this case. So 49.9 COPI tokens to be able to add into the pool. So now I can click on the Add Liquidity button. Before I do, I'm just going to check the settings here. This is the slippage tolerance. So I'm going to put my slippage down to 0.5%. Click Apply, because I don't want, this is a very small amount of COPI tokens. I don't want that slippage to fall out too much more and affect the amount I've got. So I'm just going to now click on Add Liquidity. Okay, everything there looks good. I'll click on Add Liquidity in this case. MetaMask will ask to authorize this transaction. Everything here looks good. So let's confirm this. Okay, so I'm just confirming the details here now. The amount of gas I need to pay here. I still have some Milkomeda, so I can do that. Everything else is looking here. So this is the process step of adding the liquidity to the portfolio. So I'm just going to confirm that now. And we are done. That little success message means everything is okay. So let's click on Manage and have a look at our liquidity here. And here I can always withdraw my liquidity at any point in time. So I'll just click on that withdraw button. It'll bring up the index again. Now I can click on max here, which is my USD value of the tokens that I've put in. And you can see here it's doing something very interesting. It's giving me back Blues tokens and Wi-Fi tokens. Now this is because of that share ratio in that particular portfolio. You could see if we check back that the Blues tokens and the Wi-Fi tokens were over the share value. So in this case, it's giving me back my Blues tokens and Wi-Fi tokens because there is no price impact in getting those tokens back. Now, if I wanted specifically COPI tokens, I can untick those and choose to get the COPI tokens specifically. And there is a slight price impact here. So it was 49.9, now it's 49.01. So there is a very minor loss, but it's still very, very small with the amount of COPI tokens I'm actually moving. And to continue with that process, I'll just click on withdraw, and then I can sign that and approve the transaction. But in this case, I'm going to cancel this one and then go over to the farming options. So this is where I can lock in my liquidity pool tokens into the actual farm itself and earn those extra rewards of the Blues tokens and the fees that come through that particular platform. So I'll just scroll down here to the Cardano Index. I can see the APR at the moment, the annualized percentage return is 26%. So still quite high. There isn't a huge amount of liquidity in this pool at the moment. So it's a fairly nice return. So I'm going to click on Enable Farm. So this will request permissions to the Blueshift liquidity pool tokens. And I'll click on Confirm. And there we go. So now my liquidity pool tokens are a part of this particular farm here. I can unstake my my liquidity pool tokens at any point in time. So I click on max, click on unstake at any point in time I like. Now here you can see the amount of Blues tokens that you'll be earning through this portfolio. So at any point in time, I can also collect my earnings and sell the Blues tokens or do something else with it. Now I can take this a step further. In this case, I can collect my earnings and I can do something with it, but there is a really cool feature in here in the yield pools, which can automate that process for you. So there is a pool that's called Auto Hoddle. And if you enable your liquidity through there, the platform itself will actually automatically compound your tokens into the Auto Hold Blues pool and then earn those rewards through the platform there. Now, there is an interesting mechanic around this that enables the long-term holders of the Blues tokens to earn those extra rewards. Now, if you move your Blues tokens out of this particular pool early, before these TVL values are hit, you will lose some of those rewards, lose the bonus rewards that you would have gotten out of this particular pool. If you want to learn a little bit more about it, please read the documentation on the website here. It will take you through the entire process of how that smart minting system works and how you can earn those rewards through yield farming. But in this case, I am going to click on Manage. And I do have some Blues tokens here, so I'm not going to put my total amount. I'm going to put in an extra 15 Blues tokens and stake that in the Auto Hoddle pool. So everything there looks good. I'm just going to click on Stake. Another transaction comes up in MetaMask. So I'll just check this. Everything looks right. Click on Confirm. And away we go. So we've now successfully staked our liquidity into the Auto Hoddle pool to earn those extra Blues tokens through the ecosystem there. And that is it. Real quick, real easy of going through the process of bridging your COPI tokens or any other Cardano native asset from the Cardano Mainnet over to Milkomeda and then into the Blueshift decentralized exchange, where you can start participating in providing liquidity, farming, and also the yield pools. Hopefully you guys got something out of this. Please make sure you like and subscribe on this channel here, and you'll get more video tutorials around Blueshift and everything around that we do.